All right. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to our seventh episode reaction for Attack on Titan. The episode was called Assault, and it is myself, Randy, and Poe in the house to take you through it. It was a pretty jam-packed episode, and definitely, I'm going to assume one of the bigger episodes of the season. There was a lot happening and a lot of cool stuff went down. How'd you see it, Poru?
Yeah, no, I thought the title was fitting. Like, the whole episode was it's the best episode of the season, easily.
Yeah, I agree. I definitely agree. I've been seeing on Reddit people saying it's the best episode of Attack on Titan they've ever seen, and I don't think I can
Wow.
go that far. But like, I mean, it didn't top Hero. Maybe it could have topped Hero if Wit produced it.
Yeah,
I
maybe. I
thought.
think I think just like the scale of it, like I do think that Hero was the better episode, but I think like the scale, because this is the first time we've seen like all the pieces on both sides kind of go at it, and that was like insane to watch.
Yeah, was can we? It was what all nine except for Annie. All eight other Titans were there, weren't they?
Yeah, I think so. We got the Founding Attack, Colossal on the Paradise side, and then
Mm.
Warhammer, Jaw, Beast, Cart on the other side. And that's wait, no, that's 7.
That's 7.
Did I say Jaw Titan?
Yeah. What's the? Oh, and then Reiner comes out at the end with the
Oh yeah,
Armor
Armored
Titan.
Titan. Yeah.
Yeah, so we pretty much got all of the pieces in action, which is definitely the first time. Look, I'll come out with this straight up and say, like, off the bat, so we don't have to go back to it. I thought the animation, like, it's not terrible, but that we're just not seeing the quality that Wit was producing. Like, I don't think the attack, like, the hero of the animation in this episode was the 2D Colossal Titan, which looked unbelievable.
Yeah.
Like hats off map art, that looked amazing. But I felt like the ODM scenes really like left something. Like I just think like little things like how they did the Beast Titan going down with Levi. Like there's just no imagination. Like it actually looked like they were trying to cut corners with some scenes to save time. Like they didn't
Really?
want to do elaborate. Yeah, I really like even when Mikasa cut off the legs of Galliard, like it just looked like they didn't want to like they don't want to go to like the extravagant detail that Wit did or could, and I'm sure it's a time restraint thing, but someone pointed it out to me after the last episode and it was so obvious to me
Yeah.
that like there was little
Like-
bits and bobs like the whip that the Warhammer Titan used last episode, like you didn't
Mhm.
even really see that he had the whip, like that she had the whip in her hand. Like you didn't see her materialize it, you didn't see her use it, and then she was just kind of lying on the ground with it after. Like, yeah, I don't know. I feel like we've gone from like triple A plus animation back to just kind of watching the animation of a normal anime, and I do think that this episode should have been as good as as good as or better than Hero if it was done
Yeah.
well.
I mean,
I thought.
yeah. I think I kind of disagree because I thought the animation, like I didn't even really notice. There was like one spot where they were showing the ODM gear from Falco's perspective, and even then I thought it was great. Like we're not getting like the first person view, but just the amount we're getting like with the Titan on Titan fights and like everyone working kind of in unison. I thought that like made up for it. And I think last episode I agreed like the moments didn't hit, but like this episode with the music like and the shots, I thought it was beautiful.
With that said and done, I will finish that by saying this was still an amazing episode. Like definitely, definitely reinvigorated me into it. Like I would like it was moving so fast by the time we got to the halfway, like to the midsection of the show where it cuts across. I was like, holy shit! Like there was so much going on. So the pre-OP What did you like? So we basically saw what happened at the very end of the last episode, but then it just continued and kept going, and Peak just starts murdering the
Yeah.
scouts
So,
as they come in for Galliard.
yeah. So like when I first saw that cliffhanger, I thought, the armored titan or something would kind of just erupt and body all the scouts. But I'm glad it was Peak. It made more sense because of kind of the relationship we've seen with like Peak and Galliard. And yeah, Peak honestly has shown, I feel like throughout the episode, like she's the most reliable titan on the Marleyan side. I feel like we see Galliard just charging in with his, just nape wide open, like he's about to get bodied. The Cart Titan is like, has to cover for him, for the Beast Titan. Like Peak is just solid.
Yeah, can I just say, like, I think we found out in this episode why Galliard was the one that wasn't given a Titan back in the day. Like
Yeah.
he's a bit
Stupid, yeah.
impulsive. Like he doesn't really sum up the situations very well.
He just charges head first.
I think it's actually a little bit of a shame that I understand the rationale that we got why Peak was given the Cart Titan, but like I think she I don't like the Cart Titan. For me just seems a bit too, I don't know, like I feel that she could, I mean, she's we too see cool of a character to have the Cart Titan.
Yeah, I mean, like, we see how she uses her intellect and, like, strategy as the Cart Titan, right? Like, I think she probably went back and asked them to, like, install that machine gun on the Cart Titan's back to counter ODM, because, like, she, had the foresight to think, okay, we'll probably need this going forward. So I thought, like, that was pretty cool. Like, the Beast Titan, the Armor Titan have fought the Scouts, so they kind of know what to expect. So I also like that contrast to Galliard not knowing what the hell's going on.
I'm pretty sure she had that before though, because when they showed that episode of them, like that kind of like, I don't think it was episode 1. It was like the throwback to the Scouts all getting like ranked and stuff when they were in the 104th like cadet division, and like it was the same. It was like a kind of throwback to that, where they were talking through each of the new warriors and their benefits and stuff, and it showed them all like going to war on another nation. And I think you saw at that point that she already had like the little like thing that goes under her mouth, and also the machine gun. So I think that I think she already had that, but like it could have been her idea. I don't know. She's definitely like, I mean, you wouldn't give Galliard the Cart Titan. You wouldn't know what to do with it. Like,
yeah,
but
and like in terms of combat ability, Galliard, like, because this is kind of flash forward to like later in the episode, but when Mikasa and Eren are kind of talking about like, oh, Ymir's Jaw Titan never moved like that. So I think that goes to show like Galliard's skill in like combat, which I think like
for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I totally, I feel like Peak is just one of my favorite characters already, and it's
easily, yeah.
It's a bit, yeah, I just wish she was like, she'd be a sick Warhammer. Put it like, do you know what I mean? Like that would be like that, but obviously it wasn't going to happen because Warhammer's owned by Tigers. But she'd be, it's just me wanting her to live and have like a cool part of the story. But maybe she will still, because she's still alive. So
yeah, I hope we still get more of her. But yeah, I guess like also before the OP kind of kicked in, we got the entrance of the Beast Titan, which was like super epic. You kind of like hear the thudding of the footsteps and him walking, and like you'll see the other scouts kind of recognizing like, oh, the Beast Titan, like we meet again, kind of thing.
Yeah. That was probably one of the moments that didn't hit for me as much as like what I thought it would, but at the same time, I also think that that's because to me it's just so obvious that Beast Titan is a double agent, and so everything he's saying, I'm just thinking like it's bullshit. I just think it's like particularly after this episode, there's no way like it was just I don't know So
I mean we could talk about this right now. Like I don't think he's a double agent. I think he's working for himself, and that happens to like cross paths. Maybe like he has the same goals maybe as the Paradise Eldians, but I don't think he's
Right.
just
Okay.
strictly on their side. Like I don't think he's like,
Right.
oh, Eren, let's be buddy.
Yeah. Okay. Fair enough. Maybe he has his own agenda and he's trying to pull Eren / the scouts to his agenda.
Yeah, and
So
especially
you're
Eren. Yeah.
Yeah. So you're more thinking there's a third act, like he's a third actor.
Yeah, I think he's not on either side. He's doing his own thing. I just don't know what that thing is yet.
Yeah. And I definitely think the Beast Titan looked better in this episode than he did in the first episode of the season. But yeah, so that was a pretty epic start to the episode. And then what did we see next? What was the next? Just after, was that when Falco came out?
Yeah, so like Falco basically comes out of, so Reiner protected him as we thought he would. He transformed into a Titan and kind of had like a semi-formed armor around Falco.
Yeah.
And then the shot that I really enjoy, like Falco kind of walks out and then he sees like all the damage that has been caused. Like they're literally at war, and he kind of like sees it like, oh fuck, like what did I just start? Like by helping this guy send these messages out to all his allies, like look what this has caused. Like we see the scouts, we see the Titans fighting, and I just thought that was like a really crazy shot.
Yeah, that was like from his perspective, you could see him in his head like ticking, like just ticking along. I also like credit where credit's due, because I think I'm being hypercritical. I thought the shot of Reiner's face like just looked so cool.
Yeah. He was just like depressed out of his mind. I honestly thought like Falco was gonna eat him or something right then and there. Like I thought that was the end for Reiner. I thought like he's too depressed, he's not gonna do anything, and Falco like takes it upon himself to become the Armor Titan. I deadass thought like there was a part of me thinking like, oh shit.
I love how Falco kind of
Sorry.
Well, he remembers Reiner like getting down on all fours in front of Eren and saying, "Save me." Like that would have been the final breaking point for Reiner. Like he finally cracked and then felt understood. Eren grabs his hand and then just transforms and like fucks every like just that in that single moment, like Reiner could have been redeemed, and then Eren just like that was pretty like I think Reiner's he's just like emotionally done. And it's pretty cool that Falco could see that, I thought.
Yeah. But then I guess after that, it's so Galliard they kind of show the shots of like Peak just mowing down people who try to take out the Beast Titan. We see Galliard protecting Peak from someone who's trying to like attack from above, and we kind of see like the tactics that are being employed. So the Paradise Eldians have like occupied the center of this like internment zone, and they're basically trying to like wipe out all the Titans, and they have the Warhammer, right, which was their objective. But according to like Peak, like we shouldn't just kind of rush and jump onto the Warhammer Titan because we'll just get killed by these scouts. They were gonna like take it slow because they can't escape. Like we'll be smart about this. So that kind of like I thought that scene was like pretty revealing in terms of like Peak and the Beast Titan, like they both understood like, okay, this is the plan. And Galliard, as we see later in the episode, will just like run and try to like, save everything.
Well, like also like it was, he only did that when he realized that Peak, because like none of them realized they had a blimp. So that was what like made Galliard go, well, fuck this. Like I'm gonna go and fix this.
Like even before, like he wanted to do that. It's just like Peak and the Beast Titan stopped him.
Yeah. Oh, I think like that we got like a lot of insight into Peak's kind of intelligence and also influence in that moment. Like he listened, she's definitely like quite well respected.
Yeah, that's true.
And then we get this little Beast Titan versus Levi scene that kind of didn't really eventuate.
Yeah, so it was interesting, right? Like the whole dialogue that Zeke was kind of he said, "Oh, Eren is not my enemy. I have a a different enemy that like, is more urgent that I have to deal with. And like then he calls out Levi. But then the thing that really ticked me off is he was said like, "You're running out of time, aren't you?" And then it flashes to like Levi with a stopwatch or a clock, which was basically to time with the Colossal Titan. And then it got me thinking like, did Zeke know about their plan? Like, what else could he have meant?
Well, I think what the show was trying to suggest was that because it had just gone through Peak's talk about how the scouts were going to like run out of ODM gas and stuff like that, and then they'd be able to like just basically take control of the situation. Like, we control the battlefield, and then the next thing that it said is that like Zeke then says, "Eren Yeager's not my enemy. You're running out of time, Levi." So I think it was supposed to sound like a reference to that, but it was so obviously a reference to Levi and him. Like it was so obviously like I couldn't. For me, I thought the running out of time part was obviously like he was somewhat aware of some sort of plan. So you thought I didn't really connect the dots on the first run. So you think that Armin had a specific time that he was going to, or was Levi counting down until the blimp was supposed to get there?
I think those three things were coordinated, right? Like I think the trigger was Armin becoming a Colossal Titan. That like would distract everyone, and then that's when Levi goes in and takes out the Beast Titan. So I think that was the stopwatch. But obviously, if this plan is to like kill the Beast Titan, and it seemed like the Beast Titan knew about it, then that means, and this is kind of what I also thought, like I don't think the Beast Titan is killed. I don't think Zeke is killed. I think he probably expected Levi to pull something, but I don't know like what his overall plan is. Like if he knew about this stopwatch blimp Colossal Titan thing, he didn't tell anyone, so clearly he's betraying Marley. But is he also going to betray like Paradise? I don't know what he's thinking.
I think that look, I've got two theories. Okay, both theories end in the same outcome. I think the reason Levi used the grenade was as a bit of a smoke screen, so that like people couldn't see like what he was doing, like when he took Zeke. So I think Zeke has now got plausible deniability towards Marley and towards the Warriors that he got kidnapped, and I think Levi's taken him away because they couldn't. Like if he had just come down, sliced through his nape, and taken Zeke, everyone would have seen him take Zeke, and so Zeke might have like not been able to look, So I guess like he might have had to look like he was putting up a fight. So I think that there was a bit of a smokescreen. Also, though.
Yeah, so I think with the Beast Titan, I didn't even think of the kidnapping thing, but that's a good point because we don't actually see anything with Zeke. We just see that smoke screen. I at first thought he just left out of the Beast Titan, like before Levi even killed him, but that didn't really make too much sense because otherwise we would have seen steam and everything. But yeah, it's definitely like, it's very obvious to me at least that Zeke is not dead. So he's either been kidnapped or he like had something planned and escaped somehow.
Yeah, my bet's that Levi's got him.
Okay,
that's what I reckon.
Yeah, because like it was shocking. Like obviously, like the first time they fought, it was in record time. Like the Beast Titan got defeated super quickly, and Levi somehow managed to even beat that record time and like just plowed through in like 3 seconds.
Well, they needed like so. I think that Zeke played his cards exactly how he needed to play his cards. He waited for the distraction, so Peak gets rolled, and then when Peak gets rolled, where's the jaw at that point in time? The jaw's I think Levi's waiting for the opening to take the Beast Titan down. And Zeke is also waiting for the open. Like Zeke is just standing there, not doing much, and waiting for the opening for Levi to take him out, which required. So I think like the turning of the tide was like Sasha's headshot. That was the turn, because Peak was before they could take out Peak. Like Peak became, I guess, the focal point of their attack because like she was protecting both Galliard and the Beast Titan, whilst Galliard was protecting her blind spot above her. But like once she went, it became like that was the kind of she was the she became the focal point of their strategy.
Yeah,
And so Sasha turned the tides. That was a pretty cool little moment for Sasha to have.
I know, dude.
thought.
Like Sasha, like obviously we knew like since throughout the 3 seasons, like she's like a skilled hunter and everything. But dude, she
Yeah.
is like a stone cold sniper. Like her eyes just have no remorse whatsoever. And yeah, so like I saw because people on Reddit were talking about it. So she took out one person in the Panzer squad, which created a blind spot, which apparently like then John used to kind of like orchestrate that like attack, which was pretty brutal, honestly. Like I felt bad for Pete because like I started liking her as a character, and to like see like everything just hit the fan was it kind of sucked to see that.
I think all this has happened simultaneously now that I think about it. Like I agree. Like watching that was pretty brutal because like we really have been like kind of conditioned to care about these characters and think of them not as bad characters, and now all of a sudden they're just all fucking each other up. Like watching Sasha and John take out Pete, like it's kind of like unnerving.
I know, and especially like Sasha because like it was shown like she was like sniping people around Gabby as well, and now she like killed this person. With John, I feel like a bit better about him at least, because when the cart time kind of fell off the building and Falco is just like standing there trying to protect, you can see John hesitate a bit. And so like he kind of does show still like he's afraid to kill humans, like from season 3. Like although he's gotten over it pretty much, like that little wavering, I thought that like brought a lot out of him. I feel like he's become like one of my new favorite characters, like out of like Connie, Sasha, and Jean. Like I definitely like Jean a lot more because of that.
I'm digging new Sasha. Like she has turned into like a real like I don't know. We just haven't had a real moment like that where like anyone other than like a Levi or like she totally like turned the scales of that battle. Yeah, like she had like a little OP moment, you know.
Yeah, so that's interesting. So you like the fact that now she's become like a fucking like almost Ackerman level badass. But I disliked it. Like I don't know, it was more unnerving for me than epic.
I get that because like she's Potato Girl, she's the weird one. But like, I guess also like I don't know, like maybe it's the hunting instinct coming out of her, you know, like she's just seeing them like foxes or like whatever. She has to kill.
It definitely is. I like that how they set that up too. Like, you know, she comes from the hunting background, so it makes sense. Now she's like such a skilled sharpshooter.
Cause and like, do you remember when she saved Connie's life in the underground thing before in the chamber outside where Rod Race, Eren, and Historia were? Like I remember her like literally putting an arrow into a moving target's heart. It's like, whoa, that's pretty hectic. Like, do you remember when that chick came out above Connie, or that guy came out above Connie and was about to like get him from behind, and then she just like arrowed him in the heart. So like she's been I mean guns for her must be just an absolute delight. Because like it's like shoot, hit. Like it's not like aim in front of, like, do you know what I mean? Like there's
scope now. It completely makes sense for her arc.
Yeah.
So I guess like that pretty much covers like the first half of the episode. We kind of have that like mid credit scene where they basically talk about how ODM gear has improved. Which was, I thought, kind of interesting. So now it's like technologically they're becoming closer and closer to Marley's level. And yeah, like right after that, we see the fucking blimp, which is how did they manage to build that?
So wait, but did we see the blimp before we saw Armin? I think we got to talk about Armin first.
Oh yeah, sorry. Yeah, we completely skipped Armin. Yeah.
I don't know if that was before or after the ED.
It was like, after. It was after Armin.
Sorry, the mid-up scene. Yeah. I think look, as soon as I saw the ships, I knew what was going to happen.
Damn. Yeah. Like I didn't actually like when I saw the ships, I didn't pick it up instantly, but as soon as I saw the boat, I was like, oh boy, Armin is
So
yeah.
I feel like I could spend 15 minutes talking about Armin. Like, one, he looks so fucking cool now. Like, he's got like his cool little bowl cut, and he just looks like he knows what the fuck's up now. You know what I mean? Like, he looks like there's no doubt in his mind that he knows how to make a plan. You know what I mean?
No, but I really like the fact that he's still conflicted. Like, even though that he killed probably the most number of people out of any of the scouts, he looked down kind of in sorrow, and he like even said like, Bertold, are these the sights that you saw? So I really like how him and John are still conflicted, because it wouldn't make sense that all of them just become like stone cold, like emotionless. They all just like don't care anymore.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I definitely.
Oh no, I'm. Keep going.
Yeah, and then I was gonna ask, like, did you kind of pick up on the fact that Hanj basically was like, "Oh, you're like Erwin now. Like, this plan was insane." So yeah. So it was Armin's plan, I guess, in addition to like Eren kind of instigating it. Like,
I think it was. I still think it was Eren being a bit rogue, but he was giving them information, and then Armin's come up with a plan of like, okay, well, if he's going to do this, then this is what we're going to do to like get in, get out, like kind of thing. Like, so the entirety of the plan has been Eren makes the call, the scouts come in. There's twofold plans what the scouts are doing. The scouts coming in to back up Eren and also like secure the area, set the lights up so that that was the best we've ever seen.
In general,
so I think that I look, they definitely have not built that blimp themselves. They've definitely got people in other nations helping them somehow. Like I think that it was pretty clear that like that guy was from another nation.
Yeah.
Which just makes you think like, how fucking productive have the scouts been in these last 4 years? Like, how much do they know about the world? Like, they seem like they've really thought this out. Like, they seem like they're ready to like they seem like they know what the fuck's going on in the world.
Yeah, it's insane. Like, a 4-year turnaround. Like, you learn that there are other humans on the world, and 4 years later, you have like the latest of technology, you have alliances, you know what's going on, you know, like these dignitaries are meeting in this specific area. Like, it's insane. I really hope we kind of see at least some glimpses of what they've been doing in the past 4 years, like through flashback or something. But
well, that makes me wonder, like, how long has it really been since Eren's been on? Because okay, I'm now trying to piece this together. So Eren's there, right, and he's clearly there by himself. But we know that there's other Eldians on Paradise, like I mean in Mali, right? Because we've seen like John with the newspaper and stuff. So how long have they all been there? Or like, because the thing is, if Eren was feeding them information, yeah, sure, they might know everything about the world, but there's no way Eren's feeding them enough information to get them a blimp and get them alliances. So like, they've been doing some seriously covert shit. Like, and therefore, like, how long have they been over there for? Like what? Like it's like, it's real, like it's real. Yeah, like these guys have been laying some serious groundwork.
Yeah, and like the thing I don't understand, like from the Marleyan side, and this may just be because they're utterly incompetent, but how do they not have spies or something to like inform them of what's going on across the island? Like, how are these like primitive people able to come in, spy, do all this recon work, and you can't just like maybe have a plane fly overhead, kind of just see what's going on? Like that's mind-boggling to me, how like clueless they were about whether they even crossed the ocean or not.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's like, I mean, why did they never fly a blimp overhead and just like drop fucking bombs on the walls? I mean, I guess because they didn't want the rumbling. Like they're scared of the rumbling. But yeah, why didn't they try some sort of covert operation
And
to
it's
try
already
and
like,
like keep an eye
yeah.
on these guys. It
And the
doesn't make
Warriors,
a lot of sense.
yeah, the Warriors already knew. Like Reiner definitely already knew that Eren had the founding Titan.
Yeah.
So like that you can just go there and bomb the shit out of them. So like, I guess they were distracted by the other war, but still, like,
No, but the one thing that I don't think they know, because it's like they're still worrying about Eren creating the rumbling in this episode. That's what Peak was saying. So I think either they don't realize that the founding Titan needs the power of royal blood to create the rumbling, or Eren doesn't realize that he can do it without the power of like one of the two. Someone's confused.
Well, yeah, I think the other side is confused, partly because Reiner saw that Eren did use the founding Titan's power that one time when they were running through the field to like tell all the Titans to attack Reiner. But I don't think Reiner realized he punched a Titan with royal blood, because like how could he have known that, right?
How could anyone have known that? Yeah. And it couldn't be Eren that's confused, because like he's he's got parts, he's got the memories. Like it doesn't make sense that he wouldn't understand what's going on.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think these guys have seriously been like getting about the world for a good few years by now. I reckon like maybe 1 year. Like I reckon for like 3 of the 4 years they've been off the island.
Yeah, I
which is
agree, and I think
which is crazy.
Eren's probably been off the island, I think, the longest, and like the other scouts, I think they've kind of been trickling in, and Armin and Hanji were like planning this from Paradise or something.
Yeah. Well, that's the part that I'm not. That's the part I'm not sure. Like, I don't know if they all went there together, and then Eren just went, "I'm going to like Burial," and like I'm just going rogue or something, or if Eren went first and everyone else kind of, because it would make sense that if you're going to try and sneak in to a completely different country, you'd probably all
let someone know.
But if Eren's gone rogue, then it doesn't really matter if you go together.
So like I will say, like,
gone rogue.
In the preview, it looked like one of the scouts was holding like a gun, and like Levi was there.
Oh, they were.
And, like Eren was sitting down.
They were.
So it seems like he did go rogue, and he acted like of his own volition. And then, like as you said, like Armin kind of made this plan, knowing that, all right, if Eren's gonna go fucking crazy, we should help him at least. So I think
they have to, because without Eren, they're fucked.
Yeah, exactly. So I think that's what their plan was.
Yeah. So that there's a lot in that scene. Like, it's just the implications of them having a blimp and an ally is just unbelievable.
Yeah, and when people start saying
they've learned politics and diplomacy.
Yeah, and like when people start seeing like Marley is getting bodied by Paradise, I feel like they're gonna switch sides.
Oh, well, like the thing, I do think that one of the things that like needs to happen is, well, like the Oriental lady was very sympathetic.
I don't know what the Orientals are doing,
Udo,
bro.
No, like, cause she was very sympathetic of Udo in that scene. So, and then remember, like, she got out of there. She spoke to Willie and then left because she knew something's got, like, maybe
but
something
she also
weird,
seems sympathetic towards Tiber as well, right? Like she was being super polite and kind of understanding for Tiber.
So that would suggest that she knew what Willie was going to do, and that was meant to galvanize the world, but she got out of there so she didn't die. But then she understood and appreciated. Yeah, so I honestly... This is starting to get real 4D, like 4D chess shit. Like it's there's a lot. Like, I can't believe we used to think there was a lot going on.
I know, yeah. The world keeps growing and growing.
I still think Falco's going to eat Eren. I just got to say that. Like, I haven't changed my opinion a few episodes on. I still think Falco's going to eat Eren, and they're going to end up on the same side. I don't know how though. I'm just letting you know. Like, I haven't given up on my on my cray cray theory. Although I
Yeah.
was totally wrong about Willie Tiber having royal blood.
Yeah. But before we like delve into that, we still got the Jaw Titan versus the Attack Titan.
This was well, this wasn't so much as the Jaw Titan versus the Attack Titan as it was the Jaw Titan getting absolutely fucking crushed. So Galliard has seen first. So I think this is why I think it happened at the same time. So I think Sasha's shot Peak, and then at the same time, Levi's seen that Peak's now busy with Sasha and John, and then he's gone in taking the Beast Titan. The Beast Titan goes down because that's when you see Falco, Gabby, and Margarth see the Beast Titan go down in front of them, and they're like, oh my god, what the fuck just happened? And then they turn around and Peak falls down behind them, and then it goes into this whole like save Peak scene. And it's funny, like save Peak, but they did not talk about Zeke at all. Like just adding to that, like that narrative that like Levi has smoke screened his way and got Zeke out of there. But then Galliard's like, well, fuck, they're taking them both out now. There's a fucking blimp overhead. The Colossal Titan's just taken out our entire forces. Like there's only one way forward now, and that's just the charge. Like, and so he's gone at Eren. Mikasa's gotten his legs.
So actually, like before that, the Jaw Titan.
Oh yeah, he does kind of fuck him up. Yeah.
Like he was able to, I guess, just eat one of Eren's hands, scratch his face, and he was about to like just cut his neck, but then Eren uses the crystal to defend it, and that's when he realizes, oh, the Jaw Titan can penetrate the crystal.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, like that
and
sequence
then,
after. Yeah, you can go ahead.
No, you go.
Yeah, so the second time he charges, Mikasa, like, just destroys his leg and arm. And then the sequence when Eren is just ripping him literally limb from limb, and then she uses him as like a glorified nutcracker. Dude, that was insane to watch. Like, it was just brutal.
Yeah. That was I think that's been a bit of a meme for the manga fans for a while. Like that was all over Reddit, the Nutcracker Titan.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It's literally like, did you not see that? And you just said Nutcracker. Like it's literally all over Reddit. Literally all over Reddit.
That was the most gory scene, I think, so far. That was like the most gory scene. And then he drinks the blood that's like basically, that is the Warhammer Titan. That was I was like, damn, bro, I don't know if I can root for Eren anymore. I just couldn't believe, like there was a bit of a shock factor for me there, because I thought that he was gonna like crack it, get the chick out and eat her, but no, okay, let's just absolutely crush her as well and then just drink her blood. Yeah.
And then like the most, I thought like the best scene in the whole episode was like showing Eren's face when he's drinking the blood. It looked like he was a fucking junkie, bro. Like that's the look that a heroin addict gets when they get a shot of smack in them. Like he looked like a junkie, man. I was like, wow, like that was like, I literally look, and like you see Mikasa like kind of looking a bit like she's like what the fuck just happened kind of thing, and like he's just soaking in the blood, like he's just like and I kind of felt like the way he was ripping the Jaw Titan limb from limb, he kind of like looked unhinged. Like I've seen people fiend off like drugs, like just go nuts to get like cocaine or heroin and stuff in like real life before, and it kind of looks like that. Like I kind of got these like junky feels before he did that, like when he's ripping a limb from limb, and I'm just like, this guy will do fucking anything, and it just went past the idea of being strategic. It just looked like he was just craving, like he just couldn't live without it. He just looked like a madman. He really looked like a madman. And then he gets it, and then his eyes just dilute, and he just like you feel his heart, you hear the heartbeat, and he
Well,
just looks
I
like
think
he's gone to heaven. Like that
yeah.
look, bro. I'm not joking. I've seen people put a needle in their arm and shoot heroin in their arm.
Holy
That is
shit.
exactly what their eyes look like. That is
That's
exactly what their
insane.
eyes look like. Like
Yeah.
I'm not like I was like this is full junkie vibes. Like it was pretty. But that was. That, and then you see Mikasa, and it's like, wow, like she's realizing like how fucked
He's
up and
fallen,
God
yeah.
this guy is. Like, he's lost the plot.
Yeah. It was brutal. Like when I saw his eyes dilute, I was like I took that as him getting the memories of the Warhammer Titan. But no, you're right, like he's literally trying to eat every single Titan. Like he's just trying to collect them all. And
Maybe it is the memories, but he's getting off on something. He's getting
yeah.
he's getting off on something. You know, like I don't know what he's getting. Like maybe it's the Titan. Like maybe it is just eating the Titans. Maybe it's collecting the memories. But something in that scene like was like
Like you would think like him getting his dad's memories and like seeing like what violence leads to like would make him more sympathetic, but no, he's like infinitely more brutal now than he was ever in like season 3, 2, or 1. Like he's literally like, he doesn't care about killing anyone, he'll eat anyone. Like it's insane.
it. Just yeah, he just looked unhinged. Like I just read which is a completely different topic, but I just read Anthony Kiedis' autobiography, like
Mhm.
just lead singer from Red Hot Chili Peppers, and like like he would talk about he talked a lot about his drug use, and it honest to God just like the way he was acting, it just reminded like yeah it was he just looks seriously unhinged, like he doesn't I don't know, like because at the same time he seems like he's a lot smarter. He seems like a lot
He's
more
definitely
intelligent and a lot more considered.
Yeah, because like him picking up on the claw breaking the crystal was like very smart, and then he also picked up last episode on the Warhammer Titan like leading to that crystal. So like in terms of tactics, Eren is like leveled up like 3 times, but like it's just he's willing to do anything to accomplish.
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
And also,
and then
like,
he was about to eat Galliard as well. Like what? Like bro, like is he just trying to collect them all? Like what's the point of having 4 Titans in one body?
Yeah, he's gonna be OP. That's the point. But I wanted to like bring up. So now we basically know how they can get Annie out, right?
Yeah,
Like
yeah. Well, they need
we see this Jaw Titan has the ability to break the crystal. So, like, I think that's where that's leading.
Yeah, for sure. And like I wonder. I don't think they're gonna get Galliard. I think the fact that it like Reiner. So basically that's the next part we see, right? Like the guys yelling to Reiner and him coming out looking like kind of actually pretty damn cool. Gotta say, like I like this kind of like half fucked up armored Titan.
Yeah. Now, dude, I love that scene when Gabby and Falco are like just screaming his name, and then he finally emerges. Like he's like, "Why can't you guys just leave me to die?" And then he almost seems like the hero. Like you know how in like movies or something, like the the desperate like side characters will basically be cheering for like the hero to save them, and then he pops up. Like Reiner seemed like that, and it was dope. Like if Reiner becomes the main character, I'm here for it. But yeah, it was crazy.
You know what? I actually can't. They really like. I can't distinguish a bad side at the moment. Like I actually don't like getting fucked. You know what? Eren is by far the most evil character in the prototypical antagonist to the prototypical villain. Like and even
I don't
because
know
we've
why.
connected.
It's just like I just started cheering for them. Although, like I will say, like when I see the main cast, like Jean or like Connie or Levi, I'm like hoping like they fuck shit up. But yeah, like even arc of his was in the beginning of season 3 when he finally realized like, oh, I got to think of others. Like I can't just be all for myself, like, and my vengeance. But yeah, no, it just seems like he still does, like, I think he's kind of regressed. Like, doesn't he kind of cares for others?
I don't think
Guess,
it's
but
gone
like,
back. He's not gone backwards. He's just gone forwards into like a really like dark place. Like I get what you mean though. Like he kind of reminds you of like the selfish guy he was at the very start of the show. But I don't think he's regressed back to that person. I think he's just kind of gone into this dark place of like I have this knowledge, and it's like I get what you mean. I get what you mean,
yeah,
but I don't necessarily agree
yeah. I
regressed is
think
the right
I
word. I
phrased
think
that wrong.
fallen
Like,
is
I
the is
also,
yeah.
yeah, I think he went. I think he has progressed in terms of like his maturity and understanding, but I feel like emotionally, it's like kind of at the same point he was in the beginning. It's just like now it's not purely out of anger. Maybe it's like vengeance. Maybe it's like some twisted sense of trying to protect paradise. But yeah, that's why I like when the characters show remorse on each side.
I I'm trying to work out what I think here. I don't think it's vengeance, and honestly I think Eren has kind of lost the plot a little bit. Like I really think he's kind of I think he's turned into a bit of a psycho. Like he's turned into a bit of a psychopath because like
Yeah,
he's got that emotional and like he's got that intelligence, but then he's lost the like he just doesn't care at the moment. He just doesn't give a shit. I
yeah.
think he's kind of turned into like an American Psycho. Like he's turned into a real scary proposition.
Yeah, but just to play like devil's advocate, right? Like, if you were Eren, like strategically, this is the best move that you can make. Like, you've taken the Warhammer Titan, which was the only other Titan that could really pose a threat. You now have the Warhammer Titan. You're about to get the Jaw Titan. You infiltrated Marley and shown you could walk out of it like relatively unscathed. Like, this move puts Paradise in like such a better position than like had Eren not done this, right? It's like you could still kind of see like Eren is doing this for the betterment of Paradise, but it's just like for me, it's like the way he's doing it that makes me feel like he's
100%. I
that
agree.
way.
Yeah, I agree. Like it was still so strategically it was still the right move, but the way he's doing it is like he just has no it just it doesn't look like he cares. I don't
Yeah,
know. Like I don't think I'm getting my words exactly right, but he just looks
he doesn't have remorse.
like
Yeah,
yeah, yeah. He just looks like he's pretty cold blooded at this point.